General Hospital will reveal Willow's rising anger upon learning that Carly took it upon herself to remove Wiley and Amelia from her care at a time when Michael is struggling between life and death. Although her marriage to Michael seems nearly over due to irreparable wounds, Willow cannot stop worrying about him. She is fully aware that she betrayed Michael by entering into a relationship with Drew, which not only angered Michael but also shook everything they had built. However, this does not change the fact that she is still the mother of Wiley and Amelia, and Carly has no right to take that role away from her. At first, Willow tried to stay calm, believing that the focus should be on Michael's health. But Carly seemed indifferent to this. She ignored Willow's warning and continued to keep the children away from her. Willow's anger grew as she realized that Carly wasn't just trying to protect the children but was also using the situation to seize control. Willow could not accept this. Carly had crossed the line by attempting to push her out of Wiley and Amelia's lives, forcing Willow to take action. Michael remains in critical condition, and doctors have suggested transferring him to a specialized burn unit to improve his chances of survival. However, this requires consent from the medical power of attorney, which Willow holds. This power became a powerful bargaining chip, and Willow decided to use it to reclaim her children. She issued an ultimatum to Carly, either return Wiley and Amelia to her, or she would refuse to sign the papers for Michael's transfer. Carly completely opposed this condition. She insisted that keeping the children was necessary to protect them from the stress and chaos of the hospital. But Willow knew that Carly was exploiting Michael's helplessness to impose her will on the family. Willow stood firm, even if it meant prolonging Michael's suffering. It wasn't an easy decision, but she believed that her right to be a mother was worth fighting for. As time passed, Michael's condition worsened. Doctors warned that without the transfer, his chances of survival would significantly decrease. Carly was eventually forced to give in. Despite her resentment, she agreed to return Wiley and Amelia to Willow. As soon as the children were back, Willow immediately signed the papers for Michael's transfer. He was moved to the burn treatment center, and the doctors began emergency procedures. Willow felt relieved to have Wiley and Amelia by her side. Their presence brought her some peace amidst the chaos surrounding her life. However, the relationship between her and Carly was deeply damaged. Carly could not forgive Willow for using Michael's critical condition to achieve her goal. Willow, on the other hand, believed it was the only way to protect her children from Carly's excessive interference. She felt she had done the right thing, even if it caused irreparable strain between her and Carly. Michael gradually recovered after receiving intensive treatment. As he began to make decisions again, Willow transferred the medical power of attorney back to him. However, she did not give up her fight for custody. Their marriage might be over, but she still wanted to ensure that Wiley and Amelia would grow up in stability and love. Willow knew that the rift between her and Carly would be hard to heal, but she was ready to face whatever it took to protect her family. As time went on, the legal battle between Willow and Michael became more complex. Both were trying to prove they were the best fit to care for Wiley and Amelia. Carly, though no longer directly involved, still found ways to influence the situation, but Willow did not allow this to distract her from her determination. She had sacrificed so much to remain strong, and she would not let anyone take her role as a mother away from her again. The custody battle was not just a legal issue but also a psychological one. Willow faced long court hearings, sharp questions from the opposing attorney, and public pressure. But she remained resolute. Every time she looked into Wiley and Amelia's eyes, she saw the reason she couldn't give up. Willow knew that their safety and happiness were the most important things. After his recovery, Michael refused to back down in this fight. He believed Willow was no longer fit to care for the children after betraying him. However, Michael also realized that Willow's presence was irreplaceable in Wiley and Amelia's lives. He gradually accepted that cooperating with Willow might be the best way to ensure the children's future. Meanwhile, Carly relentlessly sought to regain control. She tried to sway Michael, convincing him that Willow was untrustworthy. Carly also used every method to make life difficult for Willow, from leveraging her relationships to finding loopholes in Willow's life. However, Willow did not let these tactics distract her. She focused on creating a stable and loving environment for Wiley and Amelia. As time passed, tensions between the parties began to ease as everyone realized that cooperation was the only way to provide the best for the children. Willow and Michael decided to share custody and set clear rules to ensure Carly didn't intervene too much in their lives. Nevertheless, the relationship between Willow and Carly remained fractured, and both knew it would take time to heal. Willow felt a sense of relief as things began to stabilize. Although the journey had been difficult and painful, she knew she had done everything to protect her children. Wiley and Amelia were the light of her life, and Willow would never allow anyone to harm them again. Even though Michael and Willow had reached an agreement to share custody, life after that was far from easy. Michael still carried bitterness over what had happened. He often thought about the happy moments before their marriage fell apart. Every time he saw Willow, he couldn't help but wonder if things could have been different had she not betrayed him. But Michael also couldn't deny that Willow had done everything to protect Wiley and Amelia. This made him begin to see her in a different light. Meanwhile, Willow tried to rebuild her life. She focused on her work, spent time caring for the children, and created a positive environment for them. But every time she saw Michael, she couldn't help but feel guilty. Willow knew her past decisions had caused a lot of pain, and she couldn't change that. However, she also knew that the most important thing now was to look forward. Carly, though no longer interfering in Willow and Michael's lives as before, still kept a watchful eye from a distance. She found it hard to accept losing control over her grandchildren. Carly often wondered what she could do to change the situation. But she also began to realize that keeping a distance might be the best thing for everyone. Wiley and Amelia, though still young, could sense the changes in the family. They often asked about the times when the whole family was together. This made Michael and Willow even more determined to create a stable and loving environment for their children. They knew the past wounds couldn't be erased, but they could build a better future together. Time went on, and everyone gradually learned to live with the choices they had made. Willow, Michael, and Carly all realized that, despite their differences and conflicts, the most important thing was still Wiley and Amelia's happiness. Each one was trying, in their own way, to ensure that the children would have a complete childhood. Meetings between Willow, Michael, and Carly no longer carried the tension they once did. While there were still moments of disagreement, they had learned to resolve matters more calmly. Willow felt much stronger after everything she had been through. She knew the journey wasn't over, but she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. She wasn't just doing this for herself, but for Wiley and Amelia, the children who were her whole world.